Chapter 4 Noah Genesis 5-10.
Do you remember that Adam and Eve had many children and grandchildren? Those grandchildren have their children too, and so many people live on earth by now. But those people are not doing well. They don't love the Lord God. They do nasty things. God has often said already that they should not do that, but they do it anyway. They are disobedient. The Lord God finds this very sad. He says, "It can't go on like this any longer. These bad people are no longer allowed to live on earth." Luckily, there is one man who does love the Lord God. That is Noah. Noah is obedient. He always does what the Lord God says. Noah has 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Those sons are also married, but they have no children yet. One day the Lord God says, "Noah, you have to build a big ship. Your 3 sons must help you. I'll tell you exactly how to make that ship. It's going to be a very special ship. It's going to be an ark. I will also tell you why you have to build that ark. I will make it rain very hard, so everything will be underwater. The houses, the trees, and even the mountains. All people will drown, but you won't. You and your wife and 3 sons are allowed in the ark. Your sons' wives are allowed in there too. It is the 8 of you then." But why does that ship have to be so big? If it is for the 8 of them, they can go in a small boat, can't they? No, that is not possible, because many animals are coming along too. If everything goes underwater, the animals will drown too. Then there are no more animals on the earth, and God does not want that. That's why 2 of all kinds of animals must go in the ark, a male and a female. There will be a lot of food for people and animals too. They must remain in the ark for a whole year, and that's why the ship has to be so big. Noah is obedient. He immediately goes to work with his sons. They cut down trees and they saw boards out of them. And then they start hammering. They are making the ship just as the Lord God says. In the middle, there is a massive door, because the elephants must be able to enter too. And there will be a window at the top of the ship. Otherwise, it will be so dark there. It takes them a long time to get the ship ready. People come to watch. They say in amazement, "What are you doing, Noah? Who builds a big ship in the middle of the land? There is not even water here. How can you sail then?" Noah tells the people that the Lord God will make it rain very hard, so that everything will be underwater. All people and animals will drown. Noah says to the people, "If you tell the Lord God that you regret that you have been so disobedient, you may certainly come in the ark too." But people don't believe Noah. They laugh at him, and they laugh at the Lord God too. They just keep doing nasty things. Finally, the ark is ready. Noah brings the food inside, and the straw too, where the animals can lie on. Then there comes a horse galloping, and another one follows, a male horse and a female horse. They step into the ark together. A little later, 2 monkeys come running. They climb inside too. Then 2 deer, 2 lions, and 2 bears. They all get into the ark. The birds fly in. 2 storks, 2 sparrows, and 2 parrots. 2 of all kinds of animals go into the ark. The animals do no harm to each other. They enter quietly. The Lord God is in charge of the animals. You can certainly see that. When all the animals are in the ark, Noah and his wife go inside too. Shem, Ham, and Japheth, with their wives, follow. Then everyone is in the ark. The Lord God himself closes the door. After a little while, it starts to rain. At first gently, but then gradually, harder and harder. There are puddles on the ground, and those puddles are getting bigger. It is like a lake. The ark is already starting to float a little bit, and it just keeps raining. The houses are going underwater, and so are the trees. The ship is now going to sail. Noah cannot drive it, but the Lord God himself does. They stay safe in the ark. It rains 40 days long. Then the highest mountains are underwater too. The whole world has become one big sea, and the ark sails on that sea. Finally, it stops raining. But it will take a very long time before all the water will have sunk into the ground. First, the mountains appear again. The ark sails towards a mountain, and there it stays put. Noah thinks, how long will it still take before the trees to come above the water again? He cannot see it himself because the window is up there too high, but he can still open up the window. Noah brings a large black bird, a raven, out of its cage, and he lets that raven through the window to outside. The raven flies back and forth for a little while, and then it disappears. It has found food somewhere and a place to rest. Ravens are strong birds. Now Noah brings a dove. He lets it fly outside too. But the dove returns. It cannot find seeds on the ground. It is still too wet. After a week, Noah lets the dove fly away again. It comes back in the evening, but it has brought something in its beak, a green leaf from a tree. Luckily, the trees are already having new leaves again. When Noah lets the dove fly once again a week later, it does not come back. It has found food on the ground by itself. The earth has dried up. The Lord God says, "You can come out again now. All animals may come out too. You can live on the earth again." How happy they are when they step outside. The animals immediately run away. The monkeys climb in the tree, and the birds sing a happy song. Noah is grateful and happy. He makes an altar and brings an offering to the Lord God on it. Then the Lord God sees that Noah loves him. God likes that. The Lord God says, "The whole earth is for the people, and the animals again. I will never let it rain so hard again that all people and animals drown. Earth will never be completely underwater again. I promise. And I'll show you that I don't forget. When it rains and the sun still shines a little bit, I let a rainbow come in the clouds. An arch in the sky of beautiful colors, red and blue and purple and green and yellow. When we see a rainbow in the clouds, we know that the Lord God remembers that he will never again let the whole earth go underwater.